Is Xbox dying? That's the topic of the day, and while it may sound drastic, there's a reason this headline seems to be spreading like wildfire. We'll be breaking down why in this video, as well as where it may lead. But first, let's talk about Xbox's position in the past few weeks. It definitely hasn't been all sunshines and rainbows. Ever since they announced the Game Pass changes, there's been a lot of disdain for Xbox. Frankly speaking, I'm not too surprised. While the new additions are more than welcome, it does say a lot about how people aren't okay with huge dramatic price increases in the here and now. 50% more out of the blue is quite a lot to ask for. And that comes on the heels of increasing the price for the hardware itself too. But what's happening now that's got people's alarms going off? Well, it seems like Xbox is really starting to lose shelf space. Towards the end of September, we heard about Costco no longer carrying Xboxes. This came with a lot of drama online until Microsoft came out and pretty much said that the plan is still the same going forward to introduce new hardware in the near future. To be real, the statement given didn't really inspire too much confidence. Regardless, it was enough for people to calm down and ignore the headline. Until yesterday, that is, and that's because Target and Walmart are allegedly pulling their Xbox stock according to staff and customers. Like a lot of other things, it seems to have started via a post over on Reddit by user Jawad. They claimed to be a Target employee and were ordered this past Monday to start removing the Xbox shelving. All that's left? PlayStation and Nintendo. Like any sensible person, you should be taking a Reddit post with a grain of salt, but then it started flooding in. Plenty of other comments were being left by people who claimed to be employees to Walmart, Target, or customers of, all stating that their local stores are doing the same thing or that they've gone recently and have noticed a drastic reduction in Xbox presence. One customer even stating that they only had 1 or 2 new releases for Xbox and nothing else. This led to photos starting to circulate online of shelving actually being taken off. Another popular photo that went viral online earlier this week also showcased the Xbox section full of DVDs and Blu-rays. The last piece of evidence that played into this, well, was Target's own website. Users started to check online on different cities to see what Xbox products were available, and some cities, like the Kansas City area, showcased that Xbox products were notably limited. There was only one Series S, a handful of controllers, and limited stock on several games. The same didn't apply to the PlayStation 5 or Nintendo Switch 2. It is worth pointing out that several sites, such as thegamer.com, have reached out to Target and Walmart for comment but haven't received any info back yet. As you can imagine, this led to a whole lot of speculation online, both from Xbox users as well as fanboys of other platforms. And while I'd like to say that the bad news stopped there for Xbox, it really didn't. In fact, it got worse. People online started realizing that regional stores across most of Europe either show completely out of stock for all models of Xbox, even reconditioned units, or links are leading to a page displaying 0 items when heading over to the Xbox console store page. To be clear, this was observed in Spain, Italy, Netherlands, Belgium, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Norway, Luxembourg, Switzerland, and Austria. And this all comes directly from Microsoft.com. Now, to play devil's advocate here, it is worth pointing out that UK, ROI, France, and Germany still have stock, and they are the biggest markets in Europe. Not to mention, this seems to have been an issue ever since August. It was for fewer countries back then, and it seems to have expanded yesterday, or as of recent, whenever those changes happened. But still, it's not great to see. This, once again, added fuel to the fire that's already going online. Now, I should point out that certain stores have also stopped carrying it in Europe, but there are rumors going around that this was a Microsoft decision rather than a storefront decision to do. Really though, who knows, and it might be a few days until we find out. You'd think it would end there though, but not yet. There was one more headline that came out yesterday that also isn't painting Xbox in a good light, and in my opinion, it's probably a more concerning one. According to the site TweakTown, Xbox is hiring a gaming finance expert to drive transformative initiatives with urgency. The post for the role states the following: "We are seeking a gaming finance transformation lead with deep integration prowess to drive transformation initiatives with urgency and lead financial process and system harmonization across gaming studios. This role will ensure seamless alignment of financial processes, systems, and reporting standards across multiple entities, enabling operational efficiency and compliance to align with business objectives." I can't lie, this sort of thing doesn't sound great, and it seems to suggest that there may be more layoffs in Xbox's future. And I can't lie, one of the fastest way to reduce financial strain is by getting rid of headcount. Obviously, that remains to be seen, but one thing is for certain: big changes are happening within Xbox. My own opinion is that this isn't Xbox dying, but it's a sign of the times and a sign that Xbox is changing in a major way. To me, Microsoft just seems to be aware of what they want Xbox to be, and that's a software publisher and a service provider. To me, it seems like they want success in selling games on other platforms while also maintaining Game Pass. A longer term play being to sustain Game Pass until Xbox Cloud gaming really takes off for the masses. And yes, that's still a gamble and a risk they're taking here, especially because we don't know how long that period will be. But it definitely plays into their whole "this is an Xbox marketing campaign" where pretty much any device with a screen and an internet connection can be an Xbox. Like it or not, the hardware business side of things just wasn't doing well for Xbox, and PlayStation has steadily been outselling them, let alone Nintendo. And let's face it, the big Activision Blizzard purchase was costly, and they need to turn that profit around eventually, so why not start now? The best way to do that is by making sure anyone who wants to buy and play their games can do so, even if that means putting the game on a competitor's platform. The decision to increase Xbox Game Pass's overall fee by 50%, definitely a jarring one, but one that I expect a few people to follow. And you bet that Microsoft ran the numbers to know that this is what's needed for Game Pass to continue going as is. Now, will it pay off? That's the question that everyone wants to know the answer to, and I'm not sure myself. What I do know is that I don't want Xbox to go away. Microsoft is a big player in the gaming space, and having them bow out would be a huge fail. Not just to Microsoft, but the gaming community overall. I'm a huge believer in that competition breeds good things for the end user. Start cutting that competition out, and users will only have one place to flock to. You best bet that that place will start to nickel and dime their users, because where else are you gonna go? It's very important to remember that major corporations are just that, corporations that are in it to make a profit. But let's face it, there's also bad news to acknowledge here. This is probably going to lead to more layoffs. That's unavoidable, and we've already seen quite a few from Microsoft. There's also rumors circulating that Microsoft is really trying to influence the use of AI in the workspace. And who knows how that'll play into the overall feeling within Xbox Game Studios and the headcount as well. Overall though, I don't think it's a case of Microsoft getting ready to pull out of Xbox anytime soon. But I also don't think that things are going to continue going as they once were. It seems clear to me that Microsoft has a different view for Xbox's future than ever before. One that's going to be extremely controversial among its users, that's for sure. Anyways, I appreciate you watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe to not miss out on more. Do me a solid and leave your thoughts on this whole situation in the comment section below. I'd really like to hear your takes. Xbox has definitely been on a roll of bad news as of late, so I'm sure there's plenty of opinions to go around. Personally, I am hoping for their future to be a success. I don't want them to just fail and disappear. They're a big proponent of the cloud gaming space, and having them bail out, especially after Google, would also be very detrimental. Anyways, this has been Steven from Anytime Anywhere Gaming, wishing you a great day, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.